Where's it at? No. Where you at? What's up, guys? I haven't seen you guys in probably I don't know, I want to say six-ish months, probably 6 or 7 months. Let me explain to you why I haven't been putting up any videos. So, the last vlog that I had that you guys may have seen, it was all, you know, like 105 of you guys. Last video I had up was saying that I was just starting school, like it was my first day of school, like we were getting everything situated for school and whatnot. It was a really big coincidence. Yesterday was the last day of school, so here I am with the camera in my hand again, thankfully. I am honestly so glad to have this camera back in my hand. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there has been a lot happening the past 6 or 7 months, and I feel like I need to catch you guys up on so much stuff, but I'm not really gonna mention all that stuff because it'd get kind of boring here, like me here, just sitting here talking about what's happened in the past 6 months, and there's no content to show you guys. There is one thing in particular that I did film, and I was so excited about. It was literally it was a dream come true for me, and that was that I got to ride in a Nissan GTR for the first time. For those of you that don't know, that is my absolute dream car. If you even talk to me on any kind of basis, I've mentioned that car to you before. I'll throw that video in right here for you. So you're probably wondering, how in the world did I get to ride in a car like that? Well, last year at a car meet, you know, this is the short story. Last year at a car meet, I met him basically. I introduced myself to him, whatever, and I was basically fanboying, obviously. I mean, who wouldn't? But I was just talking about his car, whatever, and I kind of just threw the question out there. I was like, "Would you give me a ride in your car?" He said yes. So that's basically what happened. Here's a picture of it. It's a 2010 Urban wrap. So it's basically Urban is like white, red, and I think it's like gray or something like that. But it's a really cool wrap. But we ended up becoming friends, and we've hung out a couple times since then. So it really turned out to be a really cool situation. Right now, I just went over to my school to print off a couple papers. Went to UPS, returned my books, just, you know, same as last year. You guys don't need to see all that, obviously. But, so there is one thing that I completely forgot to mention to you guys, and I don't know how this slipped my mind, but, so, I don't know if you can really see the sign right there, but it says Jimmy John's. Now, from the last video I worked at Jimmy John's, that was my job. I was like a shift leader at Jimmy John's, whatever. But I ended up leaving that place, unfortunately, and now I'm a server at Buffalo Wild Wings. It's so crazy how much has happened that I've just forgotten about that because it's so normal now. I've been working there since January, and it's May now, so that tells you how long it's been, you know, since the last video or whatever. But I love it there. It's great. Everybody, you know, all my coworkers, they're great people. It's a really fun environment to work in for sure. So the main purpose of this video today was that this weekend Import Alliance is hosting a meet here in Indianapolis. We don't have to go all the way down to Nashville this time, but they're hosting a meet in Indianapolis this Saturday, and Austin and I, the guy that owns the 240 I was talking about, we're doing some touch-ups to his car. So that's really the main purpose of this video today, and this is kind of like a good, you know, startup video again, to, you know, get back into the groove of things, because I'm not gonna lie, it was really difficult for me to pick up this camera today and start this. But that is honestly the hardest part about anything, is starting, you know, just getting it started, because once you start it, it starts to get gradually easier, and, you know, it helps you, you know, move on and whatnot. But I'm not gonna bore you guys with a bunch of talking. I will get back on the camera when I'm at Austin's house, because you guys don't need to see all that traveling and all that boringness, and especially me doing a lot of talking. We'll just go ahead and end it right here, and I will see you guys there. Are we there yet? Alright guys, so we're here at Austin's house, and you guys are definitely going to recognize this car when I show you. But from Import Alliance last year, we took this 240. This is the one I was talking about earlier in the video. And so some of the things we're going to do today is we're going to adjust the ride height of the front here. We're going to lower it a little more. I know you're probably thinking, that's really low. Why would you go any lower? But, you know, we're always thinking that you can never be too low, obviously, unless you're scraping. But another thing we're going to do is we're going to throw some stickers on, because Austin started a car club, basically. It's where everybody has the same sticker, and you kind of have like this group that you kind of meet up with every time you go to a car meet, let's say. Anyways, I'm going to show you guys, you know, some of the stuff we're about to do today, and it should be a really good, I guess, learning video. Alright, so we just put that sticker on, as you could tell. And I had no idea that it did this, but if you like look at the sticker at different angles, it changes colors, almost like the car does. So I feel like if you look up here, you might see like, I don't know, like yellow or like blue, I really can't tell. But if you get down here, you see like purple and blue and like, oh, there's red on, so if you're like up here, you see red, and then if you're down here, you see like a purple. So it's basically like the rainbow. It's like a color shift sticker with like rainbow colors on it. It's pretty sweet. Alright guys, funny story. So, as soon as I got to Austin's house, he had mentioned to me that, you know, we're going to work on the car or whatever. And I know you guys have seen like us work on the car already by now, but like, we need to, so I mentioned that we need to adjust the ride height. But the only way we can do that is we need to turn the car on, and we need to put it on blocks. Like, so this is so low, you have to put it on blocks so you can get a jack underneath it. Well, he forgot the keys in his truck, so right now we are going back to his work and getting back in his truck to get the keys, and we're gonna head back and work on the ride height. So that's what we're doing right now. So when we get back, you guys will see all that and how it's done, stuff like that. I hope you guys really like seeing the graphics installed on the roof there. For me, it wasn't really that easy. I don't know about for him, but I feel like it was a really odd situation. So like, what may look easy to you guys is pretty difficult. All right, guys. We're finally back. Now, it may have seemed like literally 3 seconds to you guys, or plus the 40-second clip recently, but it took about an hour to go from his work and back here. Anyways, we got the keys. We're ready to go. So right now you can see it. There's a little bit of a gap from the fender to the tire. Well, if you look back here, absolutely like, it's absolutely crazy how low it is back here. And that's probably like what we're end up gonna do, like up here. We're gonna lower it, like he said, like a ½ an inch, so that's probably about that much. So it's almost gonna touch the tire, what I'd say. And then these little controls right here. Now, if you guys have seen a car with the wheels like bent almost like this, that's basically what we're doing, but we're not gonna go completely crazy. You only do that because you don't want the wheel or the tire to touch the fender gap. That's why the fender well. That's why you tilt the tires a little bit. That way it stays off of that, and you know, it makes for a better ride. Alright guys, we got the first wheel off so far, and as you can tell, Austin is turning this little tool down here, and that's just basically like making the shock either compress or decompress, which right now it's compressing because we're lowering the car a little more. So right now you measure what it looks like from the wheel spacer right there up to the top of the fender, and at first it was 13 7/8, and that you kind of just do based on the measurements how high or how low you want the side to be. So like, I think we're lowering it maybe like 1/2 inch. So you're gonna take however many turns it's gonna take to lower 1/2 inch, and that's gonna be on both sides. All right, so we've got the height adjusted. Now, when Austin moves this back and forth, watch how the whole like that whole like section right there just moves back and forth. That's how you change like the tilt of the camber of the wheel. Essentially, like that's what drift cars are meant to have. It does have a purpose for all those people that don't think that camber has a purpose and it's just for looks. Most people do use it for looks, but the camber is used to, when you want to like recorrect a turn, it allows your wheels to like rotate a certain way to be able to recorrect your turn much easier. So it's really for the purpose of drifting. Alrighty guys, in the last clip you guys saw us messing around with that little control arm, like adjusting the camber. Well, if you look, you can see how the wheels tilted a little bit. Or I guess it's really, the right word is cambered, but I'm gonna say tilted, you know, for like a lack of a better word. But it's tilted, you know, inward like that. And I explained to you why it did that. But, you know, right now, Austin and I, we just tried to back it out of the driveway, and he's got a pretty steep driveway. And we couldn't get it all the way down. The front end scraped a little bit, so we had to bring it all the way back up. So basically now we're just kind of doing trial and error. We're trying to fix it and stuff like that. And basically you guys have seen what it looks like. So like there's what it looks like. So if you remember, for like, you know, from recently, or like recently in the videos, what I'm trying to say, we did lower it a little bit, but it's not that much. Like it's more noticeable. I feel like it is more noticeable. If you see it in person, it's definitely more noticeable. That's gonna do it for today's video. If you made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate it, because, you know, these videos can get kind of not long, 10 to 12 minutes or something like that. I don't know how long this one's gonna be. It might be longer than that, but I really do appreciate you watching the whole video if you have gotten this far. And the way my vlogs are gonna work this summer is, and I don't know why I waited to the end of the video to say this, but the way my videos are gonna work from this summer on is it's not gonna be as daily as I want it to be, because like I said last year, I want my videos to be more quality than quantity. So I'll film things throughout multiple days and put it all into one vlog. Or if something's really big is going on that day, then I'll just do a whole vlog, you know, dedicated to that. But today, I feel like a whole vlog should have been dedicated to this, because it's going to be a decently long video. So here's what the car looks like currently. So we're really excited for this Saturday to take it out to Import Alliance. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.